Okay, this successful snippet is all about samples, mailings, and a little more to tack on to incentives like we talked about with those bookings. So as I go through these, please remember these are all optional and you don't need to do them all. You don't have to do any of them, but they are things that I have personally found that save me some time. So the first one is to get yourself a self-inking stamper. I got this on Amazon for like $8. And it has my last name and address. And not only do I use it now for Norwex things, I can use it come Christmas time when we send out cards or any other time that I'm doing mail. And so this was just a good quick investment to just stamp them right on there. Along with that is a few items that can fit into a regular envelope that you would mail a letter in. Those require a single stamp. And as long as they're kept nice and flat, you can just pop one stamp on there. So some of the things that I can mail in a single envelope are my samples, a travel enviro cloth, a makeup remover cloth, a smaller size face and body cloth, one of the facial pads, which those come in a 5-pack, so that could break up into a whole bunch of different things. And, samples of the Ultrazyme and Ultra Power Plus, which you can get in a personal supply order in your back office. So the Ultrazyme and Ultra Power Plus you can get in these little tiny sample packets, and they come in sets of 10 for, I believe, $5.99 in personal supply orders. As far as samples of the EnviroCloth and window cloth, I typically will cut an EnviroCloth into 12 pieces and a window cloth into 16 pieces. So just think of it like a grid. And then I give one small piece of each in a sample kit. So this is the sample kit. I have this as a PDF that I will attach to this video. And it trifolds and fits in a regular size envelope. Now there are a couple of these that you can find and use what you like, or you could always create your own, but I didn't have time for that. Why reinvent the wheel? I believe this was originally from Megan Slate, or maybe has been adapted from that, but essentially I just put in the sample of the window cloth and the sample of the Enviro cloth, and I fold it up. And then when it's nice and flat, it can go right in the envelope with a single stamp. And when they open it, it talks about the Enviro cloth, the window cloth, and then on the back there is some ways to care for your cloths, those instructions as well. Another thing that I did that has been a really big time saver is I found that there were two main reasons that I was mailing out some of those smaller prizes, travel enviro cloths or makeup remover cloths, things like that. So I try to use those when I am doing a party participation raffle or some sort of an ordering incentive. And I made two quick slips of paper that I can cut into strips. So I have like 6 of the same thing on a sheet of paper and I cut them up just so that I'm not re-handwriting every time, but I do love a good handwritten card. So I will always re-sign my name and write thank you next to it, but the gist of the message is the same. And I can share the templates for these. But this one is essentially thank you for your recent purchases and attending your host party. This is a free gift based on the either party specials and or raffles that you are a part of. And then the other one I made, is the same idea, except it's for participation in my VIP group. You were the winner of a recent contest or raffle prize. And so they're very generic and you can alter them and switch out your name or maybe make something that caters a little bit more personally to you. But I like that they're already made and ready to go. So when I sit down to do my mailings, I can just grab it, shove it in the envelope with whatever their prize is. And to be honest, people are just excited to get their prize and maybe just a quick hello or note or re-signing your name by hand. Okay, and then sometimes we have some bigger packages to send. So it could have been a bigger incentive prize or a raffle prize. Sometimes I will use shopping spree money because you only pay the $5.95 flat shipping. and that can end up being cheaper depending on what it is that I am sending and if I have shopping spree money available. Or sometimes I also attach it in their host rewards because maybe they've already earned free shipping, and if I'm paying for the item anyway, I can do it still with my discount by attaching it to their host rewards, but at least then I'm not paying shipping. The other option is I have it in my inventory, which does happen often, and I need to ship it, or they are part of my buying club and are not local. More on that coming later. A couple of things that I invested in, which have been a huge lifesaver, are a little weight scale that is approved by the U.S. Postal Service. Again, I just got it on Amazon, very cheap, and I put all my packages, even though it's super small, even big packages, like I've mailed mops and I've weighed them on here. And the reason I have that is because I use a program called Pirate Ship, and I'm going to show you that in just a second. And then as I got to mailing, it prints out the labels here at home, and then I can just slap them on whatever package, box, big envelope, bubble mailer, whatever it is that I'm using. But I found these 2 per sheet, okay, so they're each like a half of a legal sheet, stickers. And so I can print 2 labels at a time and peel and stick them right on the package. So that saves time cutting and taping them all on as well. All right, so I want to just show you Pirate Ship real quick. You can create a free account, and then once you have your account, you can see that it's going to give you quite a discount. What I love about Pirate Ship is anything that you do send, it keeps an automatic tracking number on. You can see when it's delivered or expected to be delivered. It does save addresses as you use people's names. So for my buying club, for example, a lot of them have been repeat customers, and if I type in their name, it starts to autofill everything. When I'm sending a package, I can choose if I'm sending it in a box or an envelope or padded envelope. Those are the 2 that I typically use because I will reuse a lot of my Norwex boxes and packaging when I'm sending out those items. Or I have poly mailers that I get compostable on Amazon as well. You can get your packaging materials pretty much anywhere or reuse. And then you just type in your package dimensions, use your scale to plug in the weight, and then you can click Get Rates. We do not have to check hazardous materials because Norwex is approved to not have any of the chemicals that qualify as a hazardous material. So it's one of those websites that once you use it once or twice, you'll find that it's really easy to use, and I've saved a ton of money on using it. You can opt to select UPS or USPS as your shipping carrier, and it will also tell you what's cheaper, when it's expected there, and give you everything you need right at home so that you're just dropping it off.